New York City is under a curfew tonight. It just took effect a few minutes ago, and protests are continuing there and in all corners of the nation tonight. Now 1 week since George Floyd died in police custody in Minneapolis. Protesters took to the streets of Memphis and other cities across the country, often stopping to take a knee in honor of George Floyd, who died at the hands of Minneapolis police. In Los Angeles, demonstrators made their way onto a freeway, and as we've seen in far too many cities, looters broke into a business, in this case a pharmacy, running out with anything they could get their hands on. In New York's iconic Soho district, looters smashed windows and ransacked high-end stores. Neighbors couldn't believe the damage.
It was so brazen. They weren't afraid, they weren't embarrassed, they weren't trying to hide their faces.
Many stores boarded up windows ahead of demonstrations, and New York Mayor Bill de Blasio announced an 11 p.m. curfew in the city.
People are demanding more change, and they have every right to, because they're in pain.
Late this afternoon, Louisville's police chief was fired after officers and National Guardsmen shot and killed a protester. Police say they were being fired upon, but they did not have their body cameras on. But there are signs police and protesters alike have had enough of the violence, as demonstrators in Brooklyn formed a human chain to stop would-be looters. And in Shreveport, Louisiana, a police officer comforts a tearful teenager during a Black Lives Matter protest, telling him, "We're all here together." Tonight, curfews continue to be in effect for most major U.S. cities, including New York, Philadelphia, Los Angeles, and Chicago. And a reminder, there's also a curfew in Miami-Dade and Broward counties until 6 a.m.